Hey y'all, welcome back to Leslie's Mature Makeup and Beauty. I'm super excited today. We've got a full face of Moira Cosmetics. Now these are all going to be first impressions. I haven't tried any of this stuff yet. I don't have time to do a wear test today, and it's rainy and gross outside, so we won't be able to go outside and look at anything either. But over the next few days, I'm going to wear all of this stuff again, and I'll be able to update the description box with, wear times and all of that kind of stuff between now and when I post this. So all of that information will be in there. So let's just get started. I've got eye primers and face primers and powders and, of course, eyeshadow, all kind of stuff. Let's start with the eye primer. This is what it looks like. And this retails for, I think, around $7. I have a list of everything here, but yes, this is $7. Doe foot, little baby one. And this is supposed to be non-sticky. Part of the claims, help your eyeshadow stay in place. And y'all know I always use an eye primer. Feels silky. And it is kind of appears to be translucent. Doesn't seem like it's canceling out anything, which is fine with me. And then while that's sinking in, I did pick up one of their face primers. This is their complete facial primer. It's supposed to be a pore vanishing primer. And I'm just going to put this on one side of my face just to see if I see a difference. And most of the packaging came in this kind of a nice, basic, it's just a squeezy tube. It's kind of a white-ish consistency. It feels really silky. I'm going to try to just do half of my nose. I think a lot of their products are vegan and cruelty-free. I think the most expensive item that I purchased is the foundation, and it normally retails for $22. They had a big holiday sale, so I picked up quite a few things so we could give it a try. They do have free shipping for orders over $35. It looks like it's blurring maybe just a little. But once we get our foundation on, we'll really see, because it's like the Smashbox primer that I used the other day. After I put my foundation on, I really didn't feel like it was doing anything. Unfortunately, I ordered 2 eyeshadow palettes, and one of them came broken, but instead of going through and everything was super well packaged, so I don't think it was, because this was wrapped in bubble wrap individually, then wrapped in bubble wrap again, and then put in a padded bubble wrapped envelope, so, maybe it just had a rough journey from California here to me. So the first one I got is the Moira Beauty palette, and this one retails for, I believe, yes, $14. And this is the shade that was broken in there. And then I also picked up the Go Fly Travel palette. That's what this looks like. It does have a mirror. This one has some really pretty shimmers in it, but I thought we would kind of combine them both and see what we get. And then I also picked up one of their Lucent cream shadows, and somehow I actually picked up 2 of these, so I did put one of these to go in my giveaway box. Super shimmery, and it's, like I said, it's a cream shadow, so it reminds me a little bit the texture of like a Super Shock shadow. It feels just a little bit tacky, so I am going to take this just on a big fluffy brush, this creamy colored shade. And I don't know if this is latest or I Can. They have names on the back, but you know, sometimes it's flip-flopped. I'm just gonna dip my brush in, tap it off, and put this all over the lid, and we'll just use this to kind of set down our eye primer, which is something I generally like to do. It just, and feeling this after it's set here for a minute, it feels a lot like my NYX primer or, you know, the Urban Decay, kind of that same texture. Like in the Go Travel palette, this one does have a mirror in it. I'm going to take the shade right here, Fly, and put that in my crease. Just going to use kind of a fluffy crease brush. There is a little powder kick up in the pan. Doesn't smell like anything. I'm just going to start building that up. And y'all know I'm always tapping my brushes off. I just do it on my hand so you won't hear it. It's going on nice and smooth. They had a ton of eyeshadow palette options. It was kind of hard to choose. But I wanted to do 2 different palette styles just to see if the formula is consistent. Not sure if I love that eye primer. My lid's looking a little bit, kind of a little bit on the dry side. And that shade's not giving a ton of color. It's actually a good shade. I mean, it's given color. It's actually a good shade for, you can kind of see it there, for disguising my hood, you know, kind of pushing that back a little bit. We'll do this little Luxie flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into this deeper brown and put that in the outer corner. Tapping that brush off. And I have been trying to take my outer corner shade up a little bit higher, kind of packing it on with a flat brush, bringing it up a little higher. Just so we can see it better. Because we all know this is nicely pigmented and it's going on nice and smooth. Looks a little messy right now, but we're going to clean it up. Let me take a close look here. It's pretty so far. Then I'm going to take my fluffy blending brush and just kind of soften that up a little bit, soften those edges, and drag a little bit kind of deeper into that crease, just to give us a little bit of more contrast or dimension there. And I do want to see how some of these deeper shades perform. So I think I'm going to go in this Modern Beauty palette again with my little tiny fluffy brush. I'm going to go into this deepest burgundy looking shade. It's looking kind of brown, but it's got a little bit of a burgundy color to it. And pack a little bit of that right here at the outer edge. And work it up. And I'm dragging that over just a little further than I did that brown, towards the center. These are blended nicely. Even this deeper shade seems to be applying well. And I'm going to take that fluffy brush again. I'm going to clean it off on my Sigma switch, and then I'm just going to soften those edges a little bit. One thing I will say, it seems like when I'm just kind of buffing out the edges, my brushes are picking up some of the shadow, but it seems like maybe a little bit more than others. But like I say, I'm going to keep playing with everything, and we will, I'll make sure I update the description box for y'all. I want to swatch a few of these shimmers in this Go Travel palette. They look, they feel kind of creamy. Because there's Adventure, Wander, and Quest. Let's swatch this green. These feel super soft and creamy. I don't think it says... Yeah, I think they're just all pressed pigments, but let's see. This video is probably going to be 100 years long. Y'all better get a snack. Ooh. Look at those. Those are nice. I think I'm going to use one of those and then maybe take a little bit of that cream shadow and put, maybe put one of these kind of in the center of the lid, or maybe I'll put one all over the lid and then take that silvery cream shadow and put right in the center. I want to see if the shimmer in this Modern Beauty palette feels the same. There's only one shimmer in here, and then one looks like and that feels this one feels soft, but it's not quite. It's more toppery feeling. That's the one from the Modern Beauty palette. The shimmer in here does not feel as creamy as the shimmer in here in the Go Fly Travel. I think I'm going to go with Wander. You know what? Let's try it on a brush and see how it applies with a brush, and then we can do our finger if we need to. I'm just going to take my flat. And these feel super creamy. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to need Wander, like I said, on my finger. We're going to apply that all over the lid. Ooh, that is foily. Does enhance the texture just a little bit. Not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if that's coming off, but it's kind of enhancing every crinkle on my eye. Yeah, I don't think I can smooth that out. I don't know if that's coming across, but it's enhancing every bit of texture that I have on my eyelids. I do want to try this cream shadow. This is in the shade Starlight. If I can get into it. And I'm going to take just a little bit on my pinky finger. You can see what that looks like. And lighten up. Ooh. She bright. Yeah, that definitely is enhancing every bit of texture that I have. But I kind of feel like that eye primer enhanced the texture on my lid just a little bit. A little bit of fallout, but not a ton. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of foundation. And then we will come back to the eyes and finish those off, because I do have mascara, concealer, all that good stuff. So I picked up the Complete Wear Foundation, and this says that it is a long wear, waterproof, weightless foundation for a naturally balanced, even skin-like pigment tone, complete with a smooth matte finish, powered with hydrating ingredients like allantoin and sodium hyaluronate to prevent dryness and retain moisture. Collagen and vitamin E helps improve skin elasticity and protect against damaging free radicals. There's really not a lot of evidence out there that topical collagen actually can sink in and do what it's supposed to do, so I don't know about that claim. I picked up the shade 250 Natural Buff. Like I said, this retails for $22, and I think they had only around 14 shades. I mean, they did have some that were pretty light, and one that does have a pump, glass bottle. One that looked a little deep, and their descriptions were not super, didn't tell me what undertone anything had or any of that stuff. Got a bit of a strong smell. Kind of painty. Just using my stands out sponge here. We're going to do this side first. Is it supposed to, I think it said it was medium to full coverage. Somewhere I thought I read that. But could I just be making it up? Maybe. So this half's got some, none. Some, none. I dot some over here. This is the side without the primer. We'll see if it looks any different. I don't feel like that primer really smoothed anything. As I've pressed everything in, I don't really see a difference. And I've got some bronzer. We'll bronze this face up too, so. So far, not my favorite. It's not really, I feel like my pores are a little bit emphasized. But we're going to let that sink in for a minute. And I did get one of their loose powders that is supposed to blur Smooth and Blur. And I picked up their Lavish Creamy Concealer. I picked up shade 01 Chai Tea. Kind of a smallish doe foot. It's a very light feeling formula. You know, kind of feels pretty liquidy. And I think this is what said it was supposed to be medium to full coverage, I believe. Tired of looking for a good concealer? Moira Lavish Creamy Concealer is the concealer you have been looking for. Our lavish smooth formula will even out your skin, cover dark circles or any other imperfections you want to hide away. Long wearing, crease proof, a medium to full coverage that lets you create the perfect look. That's where I got the medium to full. So that was not the foundation. I don't think the foundation said what it's supposed to do. But it's looking to me about a medium coverage, which is fine. That's what I prefer. And I'm just taking that concealer to clean up the edge of that eyeshadow there. And I just poked myself right in the eye with that brush. Let's see. This is my e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge, and it's just barely damp. It's not super smoothing. I don't know if y'all can tell. It's not a super smoothing concealer. I'm going to try to put just a little bit more up here in the kind of deepest corner of my eye. Just tapping that in with my sponge. I'm going to see if I can cover a little bit better right there. I'm just going to try to tap in with my fingers and see if that will build up a little better. I think it may be built up just a tiny bit. So we'll see how that wears. And we'll finish up our eyes. Let's do brows. I picked up their brow defying mascara in clear. They did have a tinted one. Just a clear brush. Or clear brush. Boar bristle brush. But it's actually clear. You know, most of them are brown. Not a super liquidy formula. I don't feel like it deposited a ton of product. We'll see how that feels when it dries down. And then I did pick up their Volume and Lifting Mascara. It's combing my lashes out. Oh, before we put mascara on, let's do a little bit of... I think I'm just going to take that deeper brown shade that we used in the Modern Beauty palette and just run a little bit of that under my bottom lash line with a pencil brush. Oh, and I did get an eyeliner. I forgot about that. And I think I want to take... I'm going to see if I can put a little of this cream shadow in the inner portion of my... Just going to use my same pencil brush cleaned off. We'll see if we can get this to stick to our lash line here. Alright, so that's that. Now we'll try some mascara. Kind of a big fat boar bristle hourglass shaped brush. That is one coat. And we'll see how it builds up. I kind of wish the end of this brush was tapered a little bit so that I could get into the corners a little easier. So that's 2 coats. And we'll do just a little dab. It's kind of a drier formula. It's actually kind of hard to get on the lower lashes with this brush because it's just fat on the end. I don't know if you can see. So it's hard to get like the corners of the lashes, the inner and the outer. Alright, so we got some bronzer, blush, and highlight. The bronzer and the highlight are both gigantic. This looks like it's got some shimmer to it. Look how pretty that is. This is their Sun Glow Face and Body Bronzer in the shade 001 Sunkissed. Oh, that looks pretty glowy. It's definitely got some shimmer to it. Let's give her a go. I'm just going to take my Real Techniques face brush. Woo! That is definitely a shimmery bronzer. I mean, it's almost like a highlight. And they did have some other bronzer palettes. I think what got me about this one was the, oh yeah, you see that sheen? That is definitely shiny. I think that might be pretty as like a nude blush. I really prefer a matte bronzer. And I'm going to take a little bit of highlight like we need it. And this is their Sun Glow Face and Body Highlighter in the shade 001 Sweet Champagne. This is what she looks like. Woo. Woo. Let's see if I can get. That's what that looks like. It looks glittery. Oh yeah, that's like straight glitter. Straight glitter. Oh yeah, that's glitter. I mean, that is like straight glitter. Like you can actually see like glitter particles. What possessed me to do that? Highlight my mustache. Ooh, that's glitter. I mean, both of those are like a highlight. And now the product that got me here are these blushes. These are their signature ombre blushes. I picked up Orange Blossom and Soft Berry. These are so pretty. They have these pretty like flower butterfly designs in them. And I got the orange just because I thought it would be something different to my collection. But I'm going to go in with Soft Berry today. I'm just going to use my angled blush brush and make sure it's cleaned off good here. It's got a little like some lavendery bits in there. Oh, I almost hate to touch it. I'm just going to swirl it together. Ooh! She's got pigment. Oh yeah. She's bold. Ooh. She's beautiful. Oh. Clown cheeks in a hurry. We'll have to tone that down a bit. That is a stunning shade though. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ooh. That is beautiful. I just need to tone her down a bit. She's a little bold. Oh, that's a gorgeous shade though. I wish that highlight wasn't under there. Okay, let's see if we can tone down some of this shine and some of this blush with the powder. This is the loose setting powder in the shade Translucent, and it is supposed to be deliver a silky smooth matte finish infused with collagen and vitamin E. It's supposed to be a hydrating finishing powder that blurs the look of pores, fine lines, and softens your complexion. It's supposed to absorb oil, no flashback. And it's got like a little dip. Oh, I don't like that. The lid has got a thing in the middle. Because I usually like to tap out into the lid and then go onto my face. We'll see how this goes. I'm just going to take this is my Sigma tapered cheek brush. And just going to tap that in. Let's see if I can just pick it up off of this. Yeah, I don't like that design. Because there's nowhere to tap it out to not pick up a ton. It's definitely not. I don't know what I've done with my little powder puff. Let's see if that'll help us. I'll try to pick up a little bit on my little pocket puff and see if I can kind of press it in. I'm trying to go over that blush a little bit to tone us down. I cannot say that that is all that smoothing or blurring, but that foundation is also enhancing a lot of my texture. I love that blush. So let's try some lips. Let's get this out of the way. I picked up a matte lip pencil. Oh shoot, I forgot about this eyeliner. Darn it. Well, I'll have to try the eyeliner But anyway, I picked up this After Party Matte Lips. It's a crayon. And then I picked up a bullet lipstick and a lip gloss. So I'm just going to line with the... Oh, that's like purple. I can't remember what the shade was. That is definitely purple. This is the shade 18 Lit that retails for $6. But that is purple. I don't know, I might not be mad at that. I mean, it doesn't look purple. It doesn't look purple, but it's purple. Feels like a matte lip. So let's try this See how this lipstick looks on top of it. I got the shade 02 Melrose. This is their Defiant lipstick. It's got a little ding. It's a metal component. The lipstick feels a little bit loose in the tube. And it's not really, there we go. One or the other of those is a little bit chunky. This didn't really... Yeah, I think it's this lipstick that's chunky. That's the shade by itself. Or maybe it was the... Future me will be here in a minute to let you know. And then, funny enough, I did pick up like a purpley... This is the shade Mermaid in their Gloss Affair lip gloss. Let's see if I can find a spot that doesn't have anything on it. It's like holographic purple. What possessed me, I don't know. It looked gorgeous online. Ooh, she purple. Oh, I'm going to have to wipe that off. Doesn't really have a scent. Doesn't feel sticky, it feels good. Alright, if y'all have hung in here this long, Future Me will be here in a second to update you guys on some of this stuff. Hey y'all, Future Leslie here. Just going to do a quick kind of speed review of these products that I've been continuing to wear over the last few days. This eyeshadow primer I do not recommend. I do have more drier textured lids, and this emphasizes my dryness. However, those shimmers, while they don't make my eyes look as textured with a different primer, this one is still, you know, they look better with another primer than they do with this one, but they're still not fantastic. The complete facial primer, pore vanishing primer, I'm going to keep playing with this. I did use it again with this Moira foundation, and it does a fair job, so I do want to try it with another foundation that looks better on my skin than this one does. So I'll update you guys more on this one, but the eye primer, definitely a no-go. Eyeshadow palettes. The mattes in these palettes work great. You know, they blend nicely. However, the shimmers in this Go Fly Travel palette, while they look super nice, they do emphasize the texture on my lids. I'm wearing a different eye primer today, and I've got this kind of gold, coppery looking shimmer on, and it's still, you know, it's not the worst, but other shimmer formulas out there are a little bit smoother while still having, you know, a good shimmer to them. So mattes are good. Shimmers in this palette, you know, not my favorite. This foundation, I do have it on today, and it doesn't look too bad on camera, but y'all probably can't see, but it definitely enhances my pores, and this settles and gathers, and it has oxidized on me. It, you know, my face, I have a very expressive face, so it settles into my forehead lines. The texture that I have here on my cheeks with my pores and my wrinkles, it's settled into all of that. It just looks dry on my face. I've tried it, you know, with this primer, without a primer, with powder, without powder, just using a very tiny amount, and it doesn't wear very long. After about 4 hours, I get breakdown on my nose, and it's gathering, you know, in all of my texture, my pores. It just doesn't doesn't sit well on the skin. So I don't recommend this complete wear foundation. I'll keep trying it, and if something changes, by the end of the month, maybe if there's something I can mix it with, or, a different primer that'll work better, but I don't love that. And then the highlighter is just straight glitter. While it's beautiful, if you don't mind just straight glitter, it's gorgeous, but it is, when I say glitter, it's straight, it's got big glitter particles in it, and for my personal preference, I don't like that. So while it's gorgeous, I don't love it. But they do have a liquid highlight that I would like to try just to see how that looks. Bronzer, kind of the same thing. It's super reflective for a bronzer. I don't mind a little bit of sheen with my bronzer, but this gives a lot of sheen, and it's texture enhancing. This has got more sheen to it than even Physicians Formula does. You can see that's the bronzer, and it looks like a highlight. It would probably be pretty on the eyes. This Lucent Cream eyeshadow, however, I did use this the other day just on my bare lid, or with an eye primer, and it's really pretty. It's kind of I did get some glitter fallout from it, but it's a really nice creamy formula, and like I said, I had some glitter fallout throughout the day, but this actually does not enhance the texture on my lids like the shimmers in the palette did. So I like the cream shadow. The face powder, I'm going to keep trying this with other foundations. I wasn't super impressed with it. I didn't notice that it, blurred my pores, or, done any type of smoothing. My Maybelline Fit Me powder, my e.l.f. HD powder, the No. 7 finishing powder, which that one is pressed, but those all work better than this, and I don't like, I don't like this component. It's just not user-friendly. But I'll keep trying that, and, with other foundations, and see if I like it better. The mascara. This, you really can't build it up. I've tried building it up, and then the way this wand is so flat on the top, it's really difficult to get those corner lashes, and then just the shape of this brush and the formula is kind of dry. Really hard to get on the bottom lashes, and I did have some smudging with this, so I don't recommend that either. The brow mascara, the clear brow gel, this works pretty good. It didn't give me the dandruff brows. It holds my brows pretty good. It does leave them feeling just a little bit crunchy, but I don't mind that. So this is an okay product. The concealer, I don't love this. It says it's supposed to be a medium to full coverage. I can't even get a medium coverage out of this. It seems like it just kind of blends away whether I use a brush, a sponge, my fingers, and then it just doesn't cover well, and it just settles into everything and just makes my under eye look older than it has to. I wouldn't recommend this one. They do have another concealer formula, but this Lavish Creamy Concealer, I don't recommend. I don't have the lipstick in here. That was supposed to be, I looked at it again, it was supposed to be a creamy lipstick, and that absolutely felt like a matte formula, and it left, it was chunky, which I didn't love. Now this matte lip pencil, I do like this. I would like to pick up more shades in this, even though this one's kind of purple. It is a matte formula, so it's not, it's not going to feel hydrating, but it doesn't dry my lips out super bad. It stays on well. Now I always top it with a gloss just to help my lip lines not look so pronounced, but I like the pencil. What is this one called? The After Party Matte Lip Pencil. I like this, but the lipstick, I did not love. The lip gloss, their Glossifair lip gloss, I really like this. It's very pretty. This purple, while it's different, it's a nice formula. You can't see that. It's a nice formula. It's not sticky. And this color is something different, from what I have in my collection, so I do like this. Price-wise, though, this is about half the amount that you get in a lifter gloss. So, you get a better value for your money with a lifter gloss than you would, this one. But if there's a shade like this mermaid shade that, you know, would be something different in your collection that you don't have, I think it's a good gloss. I like it. It's hydrating. It feels good on the lips. It's not sticky. The absolute standout are these blushes. I do want to order some more of these and maybe try their matte bronzer. I have on this orangey, what is this, Orange Blossom? Yeah, 05 Orange Blossom. I have this on today, and these are just gorgeous. They last beautifully on the cheeks. This is the Soft Berry, and this is the Orange Blossom. And even this Orange Blossom, it doesn't look super orange. It's really a pretty orangey red top color, and then this berry is gorgeous. Now, these are really pigmented, so go easy, but they're just, they're beautiful in the packaging. They're beautiful on the cheeks. They really give the cheeks, you know, since they're a matte formula, kind of that airbrushed look, and they hold up well. They last all day. These are absolutely stunning, 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 stunning. And then the setting spray, I forgot to use this on camera. It's supposed to be a long-lasting matte finish. I'm going to have to keep trying this. You know, like I said, I've only used it with this foundation, and I don't like the foundation, so I'm going to keep playing with this, and I'll update you guys, you know, like at the end of the month or something on, you know, like the primer, the powder, setting spray. I'll play with these with some other products and see how I like them, but for me, the absolute standouts, I do like the cream shadow, these blushes, the gloss, the matte lip. These were all really nice. The eyeshadow palettes, I could take them or leave them. You know, they're the shimmer form. I like shimmer. If you don't like shimmer, you know, it would, they may have some all matte options. I'm not sure, but those are kind of my final thoughts on all of that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I thank you guys so much for watching. We're getting close to 100 subscribers, so hopefully next week we can do a little giveaway. Please, if you don't mind, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. If you'd like to, leave a comment, your favorite emoji, whatever makes you feel good. I hope everybody has a fabulous week next week, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.